Avram is told by God, Lecha me'artzecha. You should go, you have to leave your homeland and go el ha'aretz asher areka, and go to the land that I will show you. But he's not there for very long. Things take a turn for the worse. Vayhi ra'av ba'aretz. There's a famine, and Avram is forced, and maybe this is again part of the nisayon, part of the challenge. After God told him to go there, there's a famine and he's forced to leave the land. And there he encounters an episode with Paro. He's concerned what's going to happen to Sarah and tells her that you're my sister, not my wife. She's taken to Paro, and eventually God intervenes and makes sure that Sarah goes free. But by the end of the story, Avram has been enriched through this episode. And the Torah tells us, V'Avram kaved me'od ba'mikneh ba'kesef u'ba'zahav. He has a lot of cattle and a lot of wealth. And then Vayelech lemasa'av. He went on his ways. Minegev ad Beisel, from the Negev up to Beisel. Adam makom asher hayasham ohalo batchila bein Beisel ve'nai, until he returns back home. And then Mefarshim, brother, what does it mean Vayelech lemasa'av? What are these masos? What does it mean that he went according to his journeys? He was journeying, of course he went. What is the Torah highlighting that he went according to his journeys? The Sforno comments that he went that he went from place to place. He now had a lot of cattle, and when there wasn't anything for the cattle to graze on in one location, he would have to go to the next locale. The Radak says he pointed out that he had to go slowly because he had so much wealth. But Rashi tells us two interesting pshatim. Rashi tells us, look at the second one first. Davar acher bechazaraso para hakafosav. Rashi, both pshatim of Rashi have the same assumption, which is that he went back to the same direction and the same hotels, the same inns that he went to on the way. So the second answer says it was for a practical reason. What's the practical reason? He had very little money when he was going down, and therefore he had to stay in the inns on credit. So on his way back, that now he was enriched, he went to pay off some of that which he owed. But I want to look for a moment at the first explanation that Rashi gives. When he went back from Mitzrayim to the land of Canaan, he slept in the same inns that he slept in on the way down. And it teaches us that derech eretz, that the proper thing to do is a person shouldn't change from the place where he has stayed in the past. What's that derech eretz? What is that midah? It's the balabayas shouldn't feel bad. What is that midah? What is the derech eretz? What is the maila? What is the benefit? What is the advantage of staying in the same place and not being mishana? So it's a beautiful insight from Rav Pam. Rav Pam in his Atar L'Melech explains that the maila is that oftentimes we're always looking for the next new thing. We're always looking to upgrade. Whether it's our phones, that's where we commonly use the phrase, looking for the upgrade. Or whether it's the next place to say, we're always looking for something more. And especially if we have the ability, Avram now made the money, so why not spend the money on getting the newest and the greatest and the best possible thing? And what Avram is telling us is that midah derech eretz is that if it was okay for you, and it was enough then yes, there are sometimes reasons that we have to upgrade, that we have to do something different, that we have to do something more. But doing it just for the sake of doing more is not a value. There's a value in being mistopic and realizing that I'm satisfied and I can be satisfied with what I have. And I don't always have to seek out something more. In the spiritual world, it's different. We're always looking for new goals. But that's the midah. That is this idea of al yishan adam me'achsan shelo. Don't always have to look for the newest and the greatest and for something different. Sometimes being mistopic, being willing to accept, and if it was okay for me when I went on the way down, you know what? It's still okay for me. I don't have to, because I have the ability, I don't have to spend more. I don't have to change. I don't have to do more. But being able to be satisfied with what I had, not just what I have, is also a tremendous, tremendous midah that we learn from Avram Avinu. To be mistopic, to be satisfied, to set goals is always important. But to the ability to sometimes say, you know what? It's okay, I can afford more, I can do more, I'm entitled to more, but you know what? This was okay for me then, and to continue to do that now is actually a challenge. It's not a simple thing. And Avram Avinu is teaching us what a beautiful virtue it in fact is.